What's going on, everyone? Cameron here, also known as Beastman, and today the football, well, the football isn't back today, but the football is back, and today we have the return of Let's Talk Football, and today's video will be the predictions for the matches this weekend in the Championship and the Premier League. Last week I was going to do this, but then I ended up being too busy with other things. And today is very, very hot, so I've left the windows open because it's just too hot. I can't bear it without the windows open, and that means that there may be a bit of background noise, but there also might not be. But if there is, I do apologise, but I can't really help it because I just suffocate if they weren't open. So with all that being said, let's get into this score predictions video, and I hope you enjoy. So for the early kickoffs, starting with Charlton against QPR, I've gone for 1-0 to Charlton because I think they'll be the team that are scrapping around at the bottom, trying to survive relegation. I think they'll be, and QPR are just like a mid-table side. They have been for a few seasons now, except for a few seasons ago, which we all know what happened there. I just think Charlton will be the side looking for a result out of this game, and I know home advantage doesn't make a difference at the minute, but I still think playing on their own pitch will benefit them in a way. And yeah, I just think that Charlton will be the team that want this result more. And then Preston against Cardiff, I've gone for 1-1. I think it'll be a pretty even game. They're both around the same place in the table. Preston, I think, are still in 6th, and they'll be wanting to keep that place, but Cardiff are a good side. They went and beat Leeds last game on Sunday. I just think the game will be very even, so for that reason, that is why I've gone for 1-1. For Swansea against Luton, I've gone for 2-0 to Swansea. I don't think Luton have the quality in their side to beat Swansea. Swansea are a side that may sneak into the playoffs. It's not looking likely, but they had a good game against Middlesbrough, winning 3-0. And I think they'll just have too much quality. And then for Barnsley against Millwall, I've gone for 1-1. Barnsley are a team also down there like Charlton, who will be fighting for a result, scrapping for their lives to try and survive relegation. It's going to be tough for them against a Millwall team who in their last game lost to Derby through a Sibley hat-trick, which was good for us, and I think Millwall will find it difficult against a Barnsley team who will be, like I said, fighting for their lives down there. I think Millwall don't have that much quality in the side, to be honest. They just have Matt Smith, who's tall, so he can win headers, and a couple players like Jed Wallace, who like he's their playmaker kind of. He's the one he's like the midfielder who creates a lot of goals, scores a lot of goals in some games, and then other games like against Derby he didn't really do much. So I think they'll find it difficult against Barnsley. For Derby against Reading, I've gone for 2-0 to Derby. I think Reading are kind of our bogey team, but I think with the new team sort of that we have, with the youngsters coming through, getting first team football, I think it will be good for them. I think it will be good for us. I mean, to have a new side against them. Also trying to get into that last playoff, or just any playoff place really, but it's most likely going to be 6th if we do get in. Knowing that we are trying to get into that playoff place, I think we will be going for the win. We do need to really, I think we need to win like 6 out of 8, something like that, to have a chance to get into the playoffs. Against a Ren side who don't really have much to play for at the moment. I think it will be a nice 2-0 win for us, or at least I hope it will be a nice 2-0 win for us. I will be watching the game. I'll be watching every single game from now on, so it'll be nice to watch. It's always nice to watch all the youngsters coming through. Like seeing the new era of Derby, with also the likes of Curtis Davis and players like that, showing their experience at times, helping the younger players develop, and yeah, it's just nice to watch Derby at the moment, so I hope it will be a nice 2-0 win for us. Birmingham against Hull, I think it will be 2-0 to Birmingham. Hull are really struggling at the moment. I think they might actually go down. Birmingham at home, they have a good home record, although home advantage isn't as much of an advantage anymore, except for being used to the pitch and everything like that. But obviously there's no fans at the moment, so that may have an effect on them, but I still think Birmingham have enough quality in the side to beat a team like Hull, because they've got Jucevic or whatever his name is, and players like that who can get a couple of goals on their day, so I think they will come through against Hull. Now, Leeds against Fulham, I think this will be a very tight game. I've gone for a 1-1. It will be very tight in my opinion. Leeds, are they going to fall apart again? I hope that they will, and judging from their last result against Cardiff, losing 2-0, it looks like that might be happening, but this is the most important game of the Leeds season. I think this will determine what they do, because Fulham are right behind them. Obviously this is a massive 6-pointer, because if Fulham win, that obviously stops Leeds from winning. It means that they're losing. So I think there'll be a lot of pressure on Leeds in this game. If they lose, I think a lot of people think that they are going to be falling apart again, as the famous song goes. Are they going to bottle it? I actually think that they will. I think either Fulham or Brentford are going to get in that second place spot, and Leeds are going to finish third, and then Derby will finish sixth, and then we'll beat them in the semi-final again. Then we'll play Forest at Wembley, and then go up like that. I think that's what's going to happen. It's maybe a bit optimistic, but that's literally the best case scenario for Derby. But anyway, yeah, I think that would be 1-1. Stoke against Middlesbrough, I've gone for 2-0 to Stoke. Middlesbrough have had a shocker of a season. They've been absolutely diabolical. They can't score goals well, they can't score them at all, really. It's been a massive problem for a few years, especially under Tony Pulis, and now under what was Jonathan Woodgate. But now, nothing really changed this season. If anything, it got worse, because Middlesbrough had a chance of getting into the playoffs because of their good defensive record, but that's just gone to absolute nothing, because they had a good defensive record, and that's why they had a chance, because they didn't score many, but they didn't concede many, so it kind of like levelled out. But this season they don't even have a good defensive record anymore. They're just terrible at both ends of the pitch. They might even end up going down this season. It's not looking great at Middlesbrough, and I think Stoke will get a comfortable win. And the last game on the Saturday for the Championship is Wigan against Blackburn, and I think it will be 2-1 to Blackburn. Wigan haven't been the greatest this season, but obviously they haven't been the worst. Blackburn are also a team looking to get into that final playoff spot. I think they'll want it more than Wigan. I think they have a bit more quality in their side, with the likes of Adam Armstrong, who is a good little player for them. They'll want to get this win to edge them closer towards that 6th spot, which will get them into the playoffs. They'll have a bit more hunger and desire to get that win, and I think that they'll get a narrow win. Saturday's Premier League game is Aston Villa against Wolves. I think this will be a tight game, obviously a derby, with them both being in Birmingham. Will that have an effect on the game? Maybe be a bit more feisty than usual. I'm not really sure how them types of games go. I don't really pay much attention to that game, and I think it will be 1-1. I think the Aston Villa haven't had the best start since they've came back. I think they've got 2 draws, or that's what I think they've got. Wolves have had a good season again. They might even, I think, yeah, they got into the Europa League last season, and I think they're in with a chance of getting there again. They've shocked everyone really in the last couple of seasons with how well they've done. But as they're a bit inconsistent, because they can have really good games and then they can have games where they're average and they just can't really score. But I think this game will be quite difficult for them against Aston Villa side, who will be looking to get out of that relegation spot. They'll be looking to survive, and yeah, I think it will be a tight game, and I think it will be 1-1. Moving on to Sunday's games, with Bristol City against Sheffield Wednesday. I think it will be 2-1 to Bristol City. Sheffield Wednesday don't have much to play for anymore, and neither do Bristol City, to be honest, but I'm pretty sure that both of them teams are below Derby in the table, and I think all the teams below Derby aren't really in with a chance. I think we're the last team who have an outside chance of getting to the playoffs. So everyone else really doesn't really have much to play for. It'll be a tight game, but I'm sure Bristol City will get over the line. For Forest against Huddersfield, I've gone for 1-0 to Forest. Are they falling apart as well? I'm not sure. Only time will tell. Only games will tell, really. I think it's hard to tell with how people are doing from the first game back, because you don't know if it's just a off game or whether they are actually falling apart. Same with Leeds, really. I think Forest might get a 1-0 win in this game, because Huddersfield have not been good at all this season. I thought they might have gone down, but it looks like they'll just narrowly escape. And Forest do have more quality in their side, as much as I hate to say it, than Huddersfield. Sunday's Premier League game is Watford against Southampton. I think it will be 2-2. I think usually them games are like the ones that, like, they're kind of mid-table sides, kind of boring teams to watch, but sometimes they end up being either 0-0s or 3-3s, or yeah, scores like that. They can fluctuate quite a lot, but I think this game will be 2-2. I think both teams have players that can score goals, like Dayings, Deeney, Sarr. They have good. Both teams have decent players, but they're kind of them teams like Burnley, West Ham, Southampton, Watford. They're the kind of teams that are kind of like boring, usually 14th place, 15th place teams, mid-table really, just below mid-table, that people don't really have an interest in watching, but there's all that group of teams, and you just always imagine that them games are going to be draws, really. So yeah, I think this game will be 2-2. Thank you so much for watching this Let's Talk Football video. It does mean a lot when you click on the videos. I do really like it when the videos do well, obviously. And if you could help out by smashing the like button on the video, commenting down below what you think the scores are going to be. And also, I have created a Discord now. I'll put a link in the description down below, and feel free to join. It will be nice to build a little community over there where we can talk about my channel, talk about separate stuff, FIFA, Warzone, as I've been doing more videos and streams of them lately. I think I'll be moving over to more streaming Warzone now, because FIFA's kind of dying, as I've said in a previous video not too long ago. And I'll be trying my best to upload weekly from now on, with the football being back. I did say on my Discord that I would be uploading more now that the football is back, because people were asking what video would be next. And yeah, I said that with the football being back, I'll plan to make more Let's Talk Football videos. And obviously today's video was a Let's Talk Football video with the score predictions. So I am gonna go towards doing more of them, and then Warzone streams probably. But like I said, go to my Discord to find out more of what will be happening, so you can hear first what will be happening. So as I've said, thanks for watching this video. I hope to see you once again in the future on another one of my videos. So yeah, if you could drop a like, that would really help. And yeah, I'll see you in the next video. And I've been Cam Beastman, and I'm out. Peace.